Stigma, directed by Jose Ramón Larraz. The film starts with Sebastian, brilliantly played by Christian Bomeo, seeing his father's grave, and he causes people to die. We will get more into that later. He also has a weird relationship with his mother, which his mother unknowingly encourages. Yeah, this film is very, very weird. Apparently, he's glad that his father died because he was jealous that his father was dating his mother. Yeah. The only thing that is relatable about Sebastian to a normal person is he listens to rock and roll music because I guess they wanted to make a point about rock and roll music turning people into sadists. So that he wished was his girlfriend is played by Berta Cabra. I will talk more about her as an actress later. I'm gonna get into some weird stuff, okay? But she is a 22-year-old playing a 17-year-old.
Oh, you're stupid, man. You don't?
Of course.
It's something I could have every day.
I can understand it.
You're smart.
This is what that scene was trying to say. Sebastian that thinks she's stupid for going out with that boy, but she is actually smart. Because if she dated Sebastian, she would have gotten abused. Hey, young lady, let's go up this rickety, dangerous staircase so I can talk about my depression. Then I can kiss you later and threaten to jump off. What a freaking abuser! Sebastian goes to Christian school. Christ is not going to help this kid because when he sees Christ, he dresses up in a Satan outfit so he can make out with Jesus Christ dressed as Satan. Sebastian, you're doing this all wrong. You're supposed to be hanging yourself in front of the girl you love. Sorry, that joke was a bit too dark, but I really do hate this character and how manipulative he is to this woman. The most annoying part of this movie is that the characters constantly need to talk about Sebastian and his psychology and why people keep dying. But the visuals already tell us enough about Sebastian, and these characters are just stupid and don't put Sebastian in a mental asylum. And Sebastian, we don't get any scenes of him manipulating his mom in any way. So she just comes off stupid for not putting Sebastian in a mental asylum. He recorded his parents during intimate moments. I mean, I guess a brain could come up with that, but you don't need to add that into the story. Berta Cabra plays both Sebastian's fixation in high school and his sister. This is the perfect time to talk about Berta Cabra's career. Before she was in Sigma, she was in some X-rated movies when she was like 20 years old and 21. Titles include Can You Be With Five Girls at Once? The Journey in the Cave. How Did You Put Me in This Mess? This is a live action version of the Charles Swinton cartoon, The Magic Pear Tree, and Erotic Family. Also, The Little Bull's Last Run. She did not enjoy being in these X-rated films, so the director of Stigma convinced her that if she had breast reduction surgery and starved herself to look younger in this film, then she would be taken more seriously as an actress because see would look less good for X-rated films. This is 70s and 80s logic, okay? This meant that she would be able to be in more important roles that would be better for her career. Later, a bunch of filler scenes where they explain Sebastian to us over and over again. He finally finds a woman that he can date, but also explains how this sadist mind stuff works to her. People are going to make jokes in the comment section about me because of the topic I just talked about a couple seconds ago, saying that this is the type of woman I need, the type of woman who can listen to me rant about creepy topics. Now, you might be saying to yourself, it sounds like this movie is really badly paced and has repetitive conversations. Well, you would be right. It's not the worst paced film I've seen, but the last 40 minutes is the worst paced stuff I've seen. He goes to a fascination sequence where he's in Victorian era and he gets to date his sister, but it doesn't really focus that much on this part. It is more focused on the atmosphere of the house, and that gets incredibly dull. And there's only really one scene that focuses on dating the sister part. And I know that this sounds weird, but they could have had more manipulative scenes of him trying to date his sister. I know that would have made this film creepier, but that would have been a better way to fill up the runtime instead of establishing the atmosphere of the house. So that's stigma, even though there's some psychological stuff that might creep you out about this movie. The movie is poorly paced. It has repetitive dialogue that it thinks is smart, and the symbolism might creep you out, but that's not enough to save this film. It just shows that this director has some talent. So yeah, you might find this movie creepy, but I would not fully recommend it. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.